Behind the Bar with Steve, episode 9. And on today's episode, we're going to be finishing our grit prototype. We made our own whiskey. This is the first batch of our infusions. It's called the grit prototype. I might do some improvements for when I actually made grit the first, which would be a full 350 milliliter bottle of a good product, something good that we made. But for right now, we have to filter out these botanical flavor infusions that we've gone with orange peel. And they're all in the bottle. All the orange peels are in the bottle. We got to filter them out. This has gone 24 hours with these flavor infusions in there. And we would then have a bottle filled of our finished grit whiskey. So it had gone the 4 weeks with the cask flavors. And then an additional 24 hours with the botanical flavors. And then you have a finished whiskey. And we're going to be drinking it. We're going to be trying it out. And we're going to be drinking it. So, let's get right into it. This time, so I spilled a whole bunch of it. Quite a bit of it. So we're not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to really make sure this has to be there really good. Be able to pour in there. And I'm even going to use a basin to help catch it. Alright. Let's get these filtered out. Give it a last shake. Alright, here we go. It just takes quite some time, so I tend to rush and then kind of spill it, but I'm not doing too bad this time. And now any excess will go into the basin. So we're finishing up here, last little pour. Catching. That's good. There we go. Let's get this out of here. Get those into our shot glass. Alright, so it's about the same. So that's it. That's the finished product of Grit Prototype. Grit the first, the prototype, the experimental batch. There it is. Now all there's left to do is to drink it. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. It was pretty good before the botanical flavors. Hopefully it's still good, or even better after the botanical flavors have been added. give it a shot. So, it took about a month and a day to make Grit Prototype. See how it came out. Give it a neat taste. Alright, this is Grit. Let's see how gritty it is. It goes down a bit rough. But it tastes good. Once you get through it. Now I'm picking up the flavors. I'm getting a difference from yesterday. So this is a whiskey I would prefer drinking on the rocks. I just think it needs to be cooled a little. It packs a punch. And it's not that high of a proof. Proof's only as high as the whiskeys I use went. There are some Peerless in it. That's a bit of a higher proof, but it's a good whiskey. It tastes really good. After you swallow it. I also give it a nice slow swallow, trying to get those flavors. And it kind of packed a bit of a punch, but if you were to just casually drink this, it's not too bad. It's actually really good. What we're going to do is we're going to have our first drink. I'm going to go away with the kit. They say to use the metal ice cubes. We're going to have to get these cold. Throw these in the freezer. And then when they're nice and frozen, we're going to pour this over them. And we'll have a nice drink of Grit. Seems like it did what it was supposed to do, though. It gave the whiskey some flavor. It's not bad. It's just the whiskey itself packs a little bit of a punch, but that's okay. Still want to have you want to have a good finish. You have a good flavor at the end. And it does that. So we're going to see what happens when we have a glass of it. And I'm going to do it the right way with the metal cubes. Alright, so we got our metal ice cubes. Nice and cold. And we'll pour up some Grit. Got a big shot go out. We're going to pour up some Grit with the metal ice cubes. Got us a nice Grit drink. So the metal cubes allow the drink to cool but won't make it diluted with the water. Just make it cold. So now we'll be drinking grit. Cold, but technically neat because it's not on the rocks. We're using the metal ice cubes. It's a little better cold. I'm just gonna be sitting here drinking this and thinking about things I could have done different. Is it good? How good is it? Because this was just a prototype. It's become where it's just an experiment. It's okay. Yeah, I'll sit here. Got my nice coasters. We'll sit here and we'll go over it. We'll talk about it. We'll do a let's talk about it. Talk about grit. Alright. So a new angle here. Me sitting and having a drink. Drinking our grit. Just sitting there drinking some grit. It's a strong drink. And I think what I don't like, and what I figured I didn't really like the other day, as before we added the botanical flavors, we were experimenting we were drinking the Infinity bottle. I don't like the Infinity bottle. I don't like the blend of the whiskeys. I appreciate the infusions that the flavors that came from the infusions because that's something that took place. I'm just not very impressed with the Infinity. It's just not my cup of tea. What I think I want to do for grit, the real grit, when it's no longer a prototype, is we're only going to use one whiskey. I just want to use one whiskey, and then it's probably what I should have done. A simple whiskey, unaged, as they say in the booklet, and add the flavors. The flavors that came from the infusion, that's not bad. But the strength of the whiskey, I'm just not a big fan of the whiskey blend. Maybe I'm not a fan of the Infinity way of things. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to finish this up. And then I'm going to try to have this on the rocks with actual ice. Maybe a little bit of a dilution. I would do it some good. Let's do that. Let's get a nice rock splash. I'm not ready to give up on this yet. I just think I'll do things differently for the next go around. Try to perfect this because I'm telling you, it's not that bad. I just think it would do without the infinity. I don't really know what sense the infinity makes anyway. I get people do it, but whiskey companies, what they make is intended to taste a very specific type of way. What the process that goes into the whiskey they're making for Woodford Reserve to make their Kentucky Straight Bourbon, Maker's Mark, what they put into their whiskeys, Colonel H. Taylor, Elijah Craig, Jack Daniels. Their whiskeys are tried and true. And now you're just blending them and mashing them together. In a way, it sounds interesting. I guess we gave it a shot. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. I don't know. I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if I like it or don't like it. But it has a sweetness to it that definitely came from the infusions. But it also has a sweetness to it that came from the infinity. Maybe it just I would just prefer it on the rocks. Let's give it a shot. Ooh. Woody. Oaky. Once it's a little diluted, I get a nice hit of oak. I'm getting different flavors now. That's usually kind of what happens when you put your drink on the rocks. Things start to change a little from where it was when it was neat. It's not as rough as it was, but it's real fun going down. But yeah, I think I'm going to stick to one whiskey, put my infusions, do another 4 weeks. It'll still be gritty. I just think I needed to know what the infinity was going to taste like before I did the 4 weeks. That could have been a thing I did. There's a little bit to think about. It's drinkable. I'm drinking it. It's not that bad. I think it's better on the rocks. Mellowed it out a little bit. I taste the orange. I taste the peel. I taste what the peels are doing to it. I'll call it like a B- whiskey. It's not great, but it's good and it's drinkable. Well, we have our grit. We did it. Now we'll have to perfect it. Back to the drawing board. That'll end today's episode. Cheers to grit. Have a good one.